Morning. I had a different message, but I was talking to a friend and I'm going to change it. There is something in 2 Timothy 3 that says that in the last days we are going to settle for a form of godliness but deny its power. And in the last days people will be lovers of self and lovers of money, lovers of all these different things. And then you tie that in with what Christianity is. It's not a get into heaven. It's about your life being transformed. That's the power of what happens. It's a changed life. It's a transformed life. It's a renewing of the mind. It's so much more than what we settle for going to a church service on Sunday. It's about people that are in bondage becoming set free from themselves. A whole shift of living a life centered in self to a life centered in Christ and being able to love God and love others freely because you understand who you are as a child of God. There's beauty in that. There's freedom in that. There's power in that. Then you're able to love unconditionally instead of conditionally. One of the things Todd White said that I loved is he goes, when you squeeze an orange, what do you get? You get orange juice. But when you squeeze a Christian, so through trial or through a broken relationship or whatever, what happens in that? Self comes out because we haven't really submitted our lives to God. It's still rooted in self-centeredness. So the brokenness of this world, self-centeredness comes out. It shows you that you haven't really submitted your life. That's the litmus test. When trials come, when struggles come, that's what happens. But freedom comes when that person says, you know what, God, I'm going to trust you with my life. I love you. And then that person, when they get squeezed, you see these people that go through suffering, they go through these things, and yet they have the peace of God within them. How does that happen? Because they have submitted their life to God. It's not just a form of godliness. It's godliness, and it's Himself manifesting through your life because you're being transformed more and more into His image. The renewing of our minds, the freedom that comes from being His. Now no longer do we have to justify and glorify ourselves. We've been made anew. I'm a new creation. I'm loved by God, and then I'm able to love others unconditionally. How could Jesus love His enemies? How could He cry out, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do, as they're killing Him? Because He knew who He was. He was connected to the love of God. He was the love of God wherever He went. It's not behavioral based. It's about identity based, understanding who you are and whose you are that sets you free. And then you can be orange juice when you're squeezed instead of apple juice or whatever. Anyway, man, God bless you. I hope you have an amazing day. We have a meeting tonight at Encounter Church at 6:45. A men's meeting. Food's provided. Hope to see you. If you got any kind of brokenness or bondage in your life, divorce, whatever, alcohol, drug addiction, pornography, come join us and be set free from that bondage of self. God bless.